Good afternoon, everybody. I'm JP, and my friends call me Jeeps. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel on this Monday, the 23rd of March, 2026. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. Don't know what time it is in your part of the world. So, okay. Yeah, Monday. Last day of these rotations. Which I had a good race here on Silverstone yesterday, finally, after a week of trying to get a good race. So let's go and see if there's anything else I can practice in a hosted server. Or maybe I should host one. Who knows? Who knows? Depends who's online, what they feel like doing, etc., etc. And as a
The Viking
shameless...
Simmer says, is today the day for the championship?
Is today the day
The
for
Viking
the
Simmer
champion?
says, last day.
I don't know which championship you're talking about, but hello's Viking. Which championship would that be? Now, this is daily races. Where's the championship? Championship. Registered. I don't think there's any races today, though. So I guess the new season is starting tomorrow, because this ends on the 24th of March. So I don't know what other championships are you talking about, unless you're talking about the Zealous racing thing. You can register that one at any
The
time.
Viking Simmer says, yes, today is the last day.
But there's no races today, so bummer. Usually it's Tuesdays and Fridays for the bronze 1 hour race. And I'll shamelessly plug in race control liveries. If you do a little search for Jeeps, you'll find all the...
says, yeah, no races today, but we can sign up tomorrow.
Exactly, which I'll do. So, all of my public liveries, you can find them by doing a little search for Jeeps. There we go. Little shameless plug for me. So you feel like practicing spa this afternoon? Are you able to, or do you have to go and pick up your kid shortly? But there's also going to be a practice this evening. Not that you need practice on spa, but, you know, show off your liveries and stuff.
The Viking Simmer says, not at home.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you're not at the hospital, buddy. Every time you're not at home, usually that's where you are. Ooh,
The
Le
Viking Simmer
Mans.
says, I will be on tonight.
Oh, okay, good. If anybody reminds me, I'll be there as well. Ooh, somebody's doing Le Mans. No tire warmers, though. Bummer. Okay, let's go and try my livery here. Trying out the Ferrari.
The Viking Simmer says, yeah, I know it sucks, just at an appointment today.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully the appointment goes well and it's all good news. Sometimes no change is good news. Things going for the worse is not a good thing. I have actually had to quit one of my activities.
Justin Slim Friesen says, sub.
Just because, yeah, it was taking a toll on me. Hello, Justin. Okay, shameless plug again. If you go to race control and do a little search for Jeeps, you'll find all my public liveries. The Lexus Castrol is really popular. 32 applied paints. And I'm just fooling around with the Ferrari here, or trying to. Ooh, it allows me to use soft tires. Okay. Let's do that. Ooh, no rear wing here. That's weird. Let's bump up that. Let's bump up this. Let's bring this down a notch. 5. Let's bring these down a bit.
Justin Slim Friesen says, not surprised guys are using them.
Let's bring this one up. Let's bring this one up a bit as well. Let's soften these up. Packers. Actually, no. Bring it down. Bring it down. There we go. Okay, let's start warming the tires on this. I don't know why they don't put tire warmers. I mean, 16 minutes, that's what, 4 laps? If I'm lucky. Oh, this is just practice all and in the middle of my 4th lap. Well, that's all I want to do. Just practice and see how things go. Oh, I hit it? Okay. I hit the sign. Taking out the new livery I made. As Ferrari are changing their livery for 2026. I figured I'd put one out there.
Gokthum S69 says, hi sir.
Well, hellos, and good afternoon to you. think that's the first time you've chatted with us. Although, my Alzheimer kicks in, so... some days I just don't remember stuff. And these turbo spoils are really high pitched. Well, if you have to start off with cold tires, soft is the way to go. They forgive a lot more than mediums.
Thumb S69 says, "Nope, I changed my username, it is good night for me."
You've changed your username, okay. Ooh. Ooh, that was a hard flip. So what are you folks up to today? Other than watching me practice the Ferrari? Whoa, whoa. Barely made it. Two front mediums and two rear softs. Interesting choice. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I made it. Can we do this in 6? Ooh, barely. Tires are screaming. I wasn't sure what he was going to do there. But it's all good. Yeah, this car is a little bit more janky than the Peugeot. Ooh. I think I was a little bit lucky to avoid anything there. I have a feeling that these hypercars don't really like avoiding collisions. Ugh. I really have to start braking a lot sooner than that one. Whoa! And I still improved on my time. Okay, that was funny. Okay, I won't have time to finish this round. Okay, not a bad car, but not my favorite. Ugh. So what was your username before? Okay. Not gonna tell me? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm actually looking forward to tonight's practice. Oh, you still there, Justin? I had a question for you. I should have probably have not have done that. Ooh, the race is an hour and a
Slim
half.
Friesen says, yup. Struggling to stay awake. But here.
Why are you struggling to stay awake? What did you do last night? Don't tell me you spent it at the hospital. Man. Now my question was, in the race swap, when you can swap drivers, is there a limit of amount of drivers? Like, can you be 3 or 4 drivers?
Slim Friesen says, I'm always tired. LOL.
Oh, okay. Too much YouTube. Not enough Jeeps YouTube, but too much YouTube in general. I don't want to do an hour and a half race, though.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I think 8 is the limit. But not sure.
Okay, no, it was just because, you know, I definitely want to do it. Get into the hypercars stuff, but since at the most I could probably drive just an hour. And these are 4-hour races. I was thinking that, oh, well, maybe if I had like two other drivers, that would be, you know, alleviating the burden a bit. If we could be three. Just me thinking out loud there. Okay, well, as much fun as this was, uh, I'm not gonna do an hour and a half race. But I did want to go around the track a bit. Any other hypers? Nobody doing hypers. But I get it because I was in that Lucille server there. This one here. And there's this one guy. All he's doing is running into everybody. Jill's Diwali. This guy
Justin Slim
here.
Friesen says. Google says. In LE Man's Ultimate Online Team Races, the driver limit per team is a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 6 drivers, including engineers.
Okay, so between 2 and 6.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Although you register with 26 drivers, you can technically complete events without driver swaps, solo, without penalty, even if other drivers are listed in the lineup. Justin Slim Friesen says. According to community discussions on the LE Man's Ultimate community.
Okay, because I was curious there. Minimum of 2, but we know that Wolfie does it solo. So what, does he have like 2 accounts to be able to register? Or does somebody register with him and can you be on 2 teams? Like maybe Dale registers as a driver on one team and then as an engineer on his team. That way, Wolfie can run solo, I guess. I don't know how that works. Okay, just a question I had there, so that answers it. I should have Googled it, but I'm too lazy and sometimes my brain doesn't work. Don't know if I want to do this again. I kind of do, but I kind of don't.
Justin Slim Friesen says. You can be on as many teams as you like. No limit.
Yeah, that would be weird though. Oh, this guy looks like... Nope, maybe I'm mistaken here. I don't know if I should register for this. Especially in the Ferrari, I'm not quite comfortable. Let's just go and do practice a bit. Where there's the least amount of cars. Okay, well, I'd be up for a team of 3 then. As it takes off the pressure of having to pay attention for 4 hours straight.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I think I signed up for a league on iRacing. LOL.
Yeah, well, I saw you were playing earlier. I am like, are you enjoying your new livery? I'm still surprised how well it turned out. Not being able to check it out for myself. Oh, only 4 minutes left. Oh man, these practice servers are so crappy. I mean, I won't even have time to get out and warm up the tires or nothing. Yeah, ever since they changed these things, I remember being able to join for an hour. Seems like things have changed.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Me too. I did go in and rotate that upside down logo though.
What? Did I put a logo upside down? I didn't even notice. Sorries. Yeah, that's the thing when you can't look at it. I usually duplicate stuff to do the other side. So it's probably the right side of the
Justin
car
Slim
that...
Friesen says. On the hood.
On the hood?
LOL.
Okay. Dang. I didn't even notice. Yeah, because I usually put it there, rotate it, but then I go and look at it in 3D so I can zoom in and zoom out and make sure everything lines up as I want to and stuff. And sorry about that. But yeah, most of the things you could probably fix it now. Game. I put the logo upside down. That's hilarious. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Gonna have to wait a minute and 30 something to go and practice here.
Justin Slim Friesen says. No worries man. Not exactly easy working conditions.
No, but once I got the hang of it, I kind of like I was right about the wire frame mesh there. It was white, so when I put a white piece of paper to start on, because your car is mostly white, and then we put the greens on it. So I put the white, and then I turn on the mesh, and nothing happened. I'm like, oh, is this thing even good? Oops. Oh, I could have. Oh, 10-minute qualifying for a 10-minute race?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah. I noticed that as well.
But, like I spoke to you about it, I'm like, I'm wondering if the mesh isn't white. Maybe I need to try another color. I think one of the default colors is like gray or blue, and then it kind of worked. So then I was able to see the lines of the cars and see where I was putting stuff and kind of made out the rear bumper, but I wasn't sure about certain parts. But it turned out well in the end. Except for the upside down logo on the hood. Oh man. The stuff that we do. Does he even have tire warmers? Yes, he does. Okay, well that makes sense. Can I join? Why does it always give me this one? I always make a mistake. This is the one I want. This is the one I made. based on the 2026 livery. I was looking for a livery and then did a Google for livery stuff, and I saw that Ferrari unveiled their new logo and their new livery, and I was like, let's do that. Well, so far 7 people have applied the Ferrari and 2 liked it. Although people rarely give likes. They usually download it and go from there. What? I can't drive? Is it because there's too many people in here? Yeah, there's too many people in here. Unless somebody leaves. Okay, let's look at the liveries here, the Ferrari liveries. See if any of these are using mine. I think it's a good thing that I'm not playing here, because these guys seem to be sliding sideways all over the place. And none of these are using my my liveries. Oh, that's a custom livery. Methinks. Kind of like not liking that front nose black thing, but kind of looks like there's missing a part of the car. I like looking at liveries. Sometimes it'll give me an idea. And some just put wallpapers on them, which I don't like. Like GC's livery, I don't like it particularly. It just looks like he took a wallpaper and applied it to his car and called it a day. Default liveries. Okay, whatever. Nothing inspiring here. I'm bored today. But there's a lot of nutcases in the hypercars. I'm guessing that's why nobody ever hosts them. Although when I was driving GTs and was was hosting, I would do a GT3 only thing because that's what we were racing. Any practice here? GT3s? Okay. I'm thinking maybe Let's take a GT car. Which one? I don't know. I do not know. Would the Lexus be any good here? Let's take the Castrol since it seems to be a fan favorite. I probably don't even have a setup for this. Ooh, is my camera not working? Or cameras? Okay. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Man, my tablet. I need a button box. My tablet is too sensitive. Click on one icon and 5 others flicker. Okay, do we have a custom setup? We do not. Okay, I guess this track is mostly like Imola? Let's bring the fuel down to 50. And let's go and see how this works. Try yoga and relax. I love that back thing. There's a lot of room on the rear of the Lexus to write stuff. Whoops. Where's the cockpit? Where did the cockpit go? You know what? I'm noticing that the haptics are noisy. It wouldn't be so bad if I had earphones on or headset or my speakers a little bit louder. Maybe I need to turn them down a bit. Especially that engine RPM thing that as soon as you hit the track, it's noisy. Different from every other thing that I got, like the TC and ABS and wheel locks that are just noisy when it happens. Having the RPMs is a constant I mean, it's funny driving a GT now. We can definitely feel the traction control kicking in. Not used to braking GT3s anymore. Ooh, traction control kicked in big time there. Funny because I don't feel the traction control kicking in on hypercars. But you can definitely feel it here. Oh, he's got tire warmers here. Okay. Anti-roll bars probably need to be a lot stiffer. I can't throw it. And this car does not want to turn. Definitely needs stiffing up of the anti-roll bars. Probably a bunch of other things too. That's a lot of fun. I'm loving the haptics. I feel them, you know, the only thing I feel in a hypercar is the wheel lock. Where here I'm feeling the ABS, I'm feeling the traction control. Okay. Let's just go ahead and max these out. I forgot I joined the practice server. I was like, okay, when does the qualifying start? Why is the practice so long? Man, how do the guys drive this Lexus? Feels like navigating a school bus on a racetrack. Is that the reason why they take it? Because it doesn't feel sporty to me. Feels like heavily overweight. Oh, everybody left? Okay. Yeah, the car is turning a lot better though now. Whoa! Whoops. Okay, seems the car will not do a burnout here. Alright. Or a donut or whatever.
Time 2:15.64. That time was a 2:14.92.
Yeah, I can't do anything in this. It doesn't feel sporty. I probably have to super tune it. Where was I? Where's Coda? Oh, dang it. That's not what I wanted. I want to pick a car. Whoops. Where did it go? Dang, there's 3 pages now? Okay, they're doing a race. That's a race. Uh, yeah, let's try the Aston Martin. Since apparently it got boosted. Probably don't have a setup for this. Spa, Monza, Bahrain. Let's load Spa. There we go. Let's try this out. I've barely driven this car, and the rare times that I have, it tried to kill me. Oh, really? Is it going to give me a stop and go? Whoa! This car tries to kill me every single time. Man. Okay, went through 6% of my tires on that slide. That's crazy. But it feels a lot more sporty, I can tell you that. Now, let's see if I can enable any skills to drive this. Every single time. Need to stop crossing the line there. Maybe I just don't need to drive it aggressively, though. Whoa! Dang, this car's got some torque to it. Or it has some weight issues. Too light on the rear, too heavy in front. Whoa! How are people Man, I don't know how to drive anymore. All I'll say is that it takes a lot more skill to drive a GT3 than it does a hypercar. It may sound crazy there, but it seems to me like the hypercars just drive themselves. You're just there along for the ride. As the GT3s, you really have to drive them and they're so temperamental. Or maybe I'm just getting used to, like the hypercars, the throttle is either on or off. And I've forgotten how to feather the throttle for GTs.
That time was a 2:47.76.
Doesn't feel like I'm fast, though. No! Dang, that rear just...
Lap 2:23.57.
Whoa. Okay, I give up. I don't know how to drive GT3s anymore. Maybe I should just go back to doing liveries. Going back to doing what I know best. I don't know how to drive anymore. Ugh. But Justin might have a good idea there. Maybe I just need a nap on this Monday afternoon. I stayed up late and watched a lot of things this weekend. So, a lot of racing and stuff. So, folks, okay, I think I'm gonna end this stream a little bit short. Thank you all for watching. Unfortunately, I don't think that I stream practice sessions on Monday nights. So I guess this is pretty much it. Not much racing today. More of a practice and getting a feel for these new pedals and haptics and all that kind of stuff. So there is a learning curve, and I'm slowly getting used to it. Or not, if you've been paying attention to my driving. Yeah. Like I'm doing a lot better in hypers. And yeah, I seem to be getting worse in GT3s. So maybe I need to install both pedal sets here. We'll see. We will see. Okay, big thank you everybody, and catch you in the next one.